Hey everybody, thanks for tuning into Part-Time Adults. Today, you gotta put your big boy, big girl pants on, your chonies, your draws, your skivvies, whatever you call them. Today we're talking about negative people, and you probably already know this. Some people need to hear it or see it again to get confirmation, but there's a good chance that someone in your life needs to be cut off. That may be tough to hear. This someone could be somebody you're dating, could be a family member, a friend, mentor, etc. Sometimes, it might even be mom or dad who needs to go. And I don't mean letting go of like the memory of a friend or a loved one who passed away. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about somebody you know and interact with. As you get older, you start to realize, hopefully, that you don't have time for BS. And sometimes you got to trim off some of the fat in your life to move forward. And I'm not telling young folks to like disobey their parents or caregivers and stuff like that. I'm big on respect. However, let's just say, for example, you're in your 30s and your mom still gives you grief about not being married, or dad expresses disappointment with your career choice every time he sees you. Maybe it's time you have a serious talk. If you're happy, communicate that. Make it clear that you would like to no longer discuss this. And that's it. And just ask that they support and fall back. If they won't, tell them you love them, assuming you do, but that you're still going to do you. If they can't get with that, maybe take a little break, or at least take a break from the issue, because it can be draining. I've been there. If you're not happy with where you are, just say that you're working on it. Keep them posted when you feel like it, right? You're on your time. If you need support, just ask. Don't ever be too big to ask for help. Again, big boy, big girl pants, chonies, draws, calzoncillos, all that. In some cases, you might be the one who needs to go, believe it or not. In some cases, you might be that person that needs to be let go. And you just got to face that and move on. You might be holding somebody back. Again, I've been there. And if you really want to be a gangster about it, remove yourself from that person. Acknowledge that you're not good for this person and subtract yourself. Right? And I don't mean do anything drastic. I mean just like leave this person alone, let them live their life. Just fall back, spend more time with yourself. You can even tell that other person what you're up to. And if they're mature enough, there's a good chance they'll understand. Even if it may take some time at first. You might even be taking some weight off of their shoulders because they weren't brave enough to let you go. And that actually shows a lot of maturity on your part, to be honest. Knowing when it's time to leave it's important. It's important. And like I said, I've been on both sides of the coin. And it wasn't easy, but I've been through a lot worse, to be honest. Again, big boy, big girl pants. For anybody who's married, if you're struggling with your marriage, get some help before deciding to end your marriage. At least try to get some help if you think it's salvageable. I know that's easier said than done. I'm not married. I've never been married. Maybe one day. Just saying. Don't be too prideful to go to counseling. And I understand that not all marriages work, but those vows and the rings and all that and the cake and all that other stuff, it meant something. Even if you just went to the courthouse, like that meant something. Children can make it even more difficult. And I'll save my opinion on whether or not I think couples should stay together for the kids. I won't tell you what my opinion is. Maybe. Do what's best for your situation. If you decide to move on, try to do so peacefully. Trust me, especially where kids are involved. I can't stress enough how much of a big deal it is to do it peacefully. Kids don't forget that stuff. Trust me. Try your best to make it work and get all the necessary help before trying to, just end it, whether through divorce or annulment. I know it's difficult. I know people who are going through divorces right now. And I can see it. I can hear it when they talk. It's painful. Being in that position to say goodbye to several people in my life, I've been there. And in some cases, they were harder than others. And some took longer than others. Some weren't hard at all, to be honest. Sometimes I didn't even need to do anything. I just needed to ignore the person. And time after time, they usually get the picture. And I'm not into being rude. I consider myself a pretty nice dude. However, as I get older, I realize that I don't have much time to waste. So let's just nip this thing in the bud. Don't hang around people that you don't want to hang around. It sounds simple. However, I have this conversation on almost a daily basis with young folks who can't seem to get away from negative friends. And I get it. It can be a lot of fun and you're up to shenanigans. That's an old person word. But it may not be the best thing, though. It can be more difficult than it sounds, but ultimately it's up to you and you need to make the decisions for yourself. You. You got to do it. This is an opportunity to take control of a certain aspect of your life. I'm not saying that you should disregard people who have your best interests at heart, like friends and family and teachers and counselors and mentors and stuff like that. You might have some really good people in your corner who really, really care about you. Those people are valuable. Treat them as if they're valuable, because they are. I'm talking about people who drain you. You know the type. They don't make you feel like the best version of yourself. The good thing about all this is that, again, you're in control. You're in control. You're in control. Now think about how refreshing that is. You grant access to you. No one else. You grant access to you. Quote that. Hashtag that. Okay? Write it down. Screenshot it. The need to let go of people usually seems a bit more evident with maturity. And, hopefully, when we're young, we almost never feel like we have other opportunities to make friends, or sometimes, you have your one true love and I'm never going to find somebody like that person, or I'm never going to be loved back, when in actuality, the probability of those things occurring are pretty high, like this high, like Snoop Dogg, Pineapple Express high. Don't get high, okay? Don't get high. That was a jokey joke, little Marty Ma jokey joke. So, yeah. It makes you think of a gentleman who I thought would be a great mentor. I met him at work, several years ago at a company I worked. He was this financial whiz, and he was really successful, and he hung out with all sorts of like rich and famous people, and we connected rather quickly and discussed all sorts of ideas that we felt could be successful. And we talked about being billionaires. And we were serious. We talked about billionaires with a B, like this is our future. We're preparing ourselves mentally and financially to become billionaires. And every time I saw his shiny, black, luxury car, I felt like I was one step closer to the success. And I let him know about an idea that I had for a tech startup. And he loved it. He even gave it a secret name, and we brought somebody else who used to work at a major tech company to discuss it, and she loved it. We contacted more people who could possibly help build this next tech giant. And, I've always had ideas, but rarely have I had the money to execute on those ideas. And now I felt like I finally had some financial muscle behind me to make things happen. In my mind, I already had I purchased an island, I flew there on a private jet. It was chartered because I don't want the hassle of private jet ownership, because I'm a frugal billionaire. And I'd probably still be rocking t-shirts like the one that I'm rocking right now. And it was beautiful. Beautiful jet, beautiful island. You should have seen it. We were going to be bigger than Pied Piper and Hooli for all my Silicon Valley folks. I love that show. I'm way behind on that show, by the way. But anyway, Hooli and Pied Piper, compared to us, they were going to be mere amateurs, right? We're going to have all sorts of like zany adventures and tackle first world problems like the folks on Silicon Valley. Like, what do you do when you drop your avocado toast on your laptop and now your servers are down, and that potential investor you had a meeting with at noon canceled because they put sugar in their coffee, and that just ruined everything. Download speeds are not fast enough. It's taking 0.5 seconds. It should take 0.3 seconds. We're going to do all that stuff, right? We were going to be full-fledged card-carrying members of the 3 Comma Club, aka billionaires. And I had already decided that our chief technology officer was going to speak at TechCrunch Disrupt, because my mentor to B and I, we weren't really that technical. We're more like marketing guys. We're big picture guys. We wanted the nerds, the engineering nerds in the back. We wanted to throw that guy on stage so he can answer any of the tough questions. In my mind, investors were going to fight to the death over investing in our company, and the potential for the bidding wars and all that stuff to get ugly was there, right? And a few months went by, and he got fired from that job. He actually needed a police escort out of the building. I tried reaching out to him to find out what happened, but I never got an answer. His name was up there with the boogeyman, never to be uttered around the office. And I later found out that he was using company money for personal reasons, and that's putting it pretty nicely. Several years passed by. I left the company by this point. He sent me a text saying that he was going to sue our former employer. He asked if I wanted to be a part of the lawsuit. And I was like, what? I just ignored him. And I haven't spoken to him since. But I'm like, in my brain, I'm like, dude, I've been trying to contact you for months. And then all of a sudden you pop out. Actually, it's probably more like a couple of years or something like that. Even though I had the wind knocked out of my sails in regard to my tech dream, it was easy letting him go, because all money isn't good money. And I also had other interests. I knew I had to go another route, and I was at peace with that decision. Sometimes I wonder if he went through with the idea. I don't think he did. But if he did, I'll cross that bridge if it ever gets built, put my lawyer on him ASAP. The truth is that I can't look back now, and neither should you. People are designed to be in your life for a certain amount of time. Some stick around longer than others. Some people are in your life for a reason. Some people are in your life for a season. Some people are in your life for a lifetime, right? Cherish those people who uplift you. And don't confuse people who lift you up with people who enable you. If you have negative behaviors and other people fuel those behaviors, those are two negatives that don't make a positive. Letting someone go can be extremely refreshing. And it just might be the one thing holding you back from making progress in life. Now, I'm not saying that your life is going to drastically change after dropping these people, but I might be saying that. I might. Have you ever had to cut someone off from your life? Was it difficult? Was it easy? How did you do it? Have you ever been cut off? If so, why were you cut off? Let us know in the comments. If you like this video, feel free to hit the like button, subscribe, share and share a lot. Share and share alike, share a lot, and do both. All that good stuff. Check out the parttimeadult.com. That's the hub for everything. Yeah, we're on Instagram at parttimeadult, number 1. Twitter, Facebook. I'm even on Pinterest, but I'm there. I'm there. Twitter. My Twitter game is like So help me, please. I'm drowning in tweets. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you spending some time with me, and I'll be safe out there. Thanks for watching. Be good. Peace.